Hi, this is Alec Klapper with Blue Idea Media. I had the privilege of getting to write and direct the music video for Kent Maxson and his new song, The Minutes She Remembers. I just got through going through some of the footage of an interview that we recently shot with the actors and the writers of this incredible song and their stories behind the story, how they are affected by Alzheimer's and just what that has done to them and how that has affected writing the song. If you will, take a quick look at this video. It's a quick little highlight reel from that interview and just getting to hear the actors' hearts and the writers' hearts and seeing just how they have taken the tough experience that they've dealt with and they have turned it into something that I hope will speak to you and to people who have suffered from Alzheimer's. Again, it was a privilege to be a part of this project, and I hope you enjoy this quick little highlight reel from that interview.
My fourth grade music teacher, I had the biggest crush on. And to this day, if I hear Tommy Rose Dizzy, I think of Mrs. Lewis because I just infatuated with her. And then her husband was my junior high band director. So, and they both had a big influence on my life. So I went back to see them one of my trips back home, and we went to lunch, and I said, there's this glassy-eyed look. It's just, and then every once in a while, I'd see that flicker of awareness, and then it was gone. And I looked at Mr. Lewis, and I was just like, my gosh, how does he do this? And I remembered my cousins talking about their father not knowing them, and every time I heard a story, when I talked to you, I kept hearing the same thing, There is like the eyes would light up when the moments that they knew they recognized their child. And so whenever I got there, I actually had the line came to me, The Minutes She Remembers. And I've written together for a year or two now, and I knew because of your story, there's only one person that could write this with me, and that was Nick. And so we knocked that sucker out here.
Yeah, I mean,
quick.
I just sat down and I started playing what I felt.
Some of those just
and it just turned out to be. It's amazing how the song came together.
Important to me. This thing has become bigger than anything. It just the people's already touching it, but it's important that the recognition goes to you guys because everyone who's seen the video, the first thing is, how did that lady? Who trained her to do that stuff?
Yeah.
She lived it.
Right.
She was there.
Right.
And Jim, people left and right said, God, that guy's good. No, that's Jim. I found him. I found him off the hook.
I'm sure they said that Amanda is hot. She is hot.
I have had a couple of my young songwriting inquire.
See, Jim reminded me of me. The looks on your face are the ones that I had.
Oh.
Have you ever heard of the dancing wire effect?
No.
This is what one of the doctors told me. He said, Alzheimer's is like a dancing wire. He said, there's a loose wire up there, and every now and then
It connects.
and then it
That's
disconnects.
a very good analogy.
Wow, but I think it's really true. The synapses.
But it's just like a wire that's trying to find a home, and every now and then it clicks, and then it's gone.
And then
And it's gone, and the minutes. Sometimes it can even be the seconds that they remember. But I was fortunate to have minutes.
My dad he had the sundowner. He would roam
Oh,
around.
that sun, yeah.
And so my mom couldn't get any sleep. So my mom said to us, I have to move bedrooms. I have to sleep upstairs. And so we hired an overnight sitter. And we thought that my dad was just going to go nuts. We thought that would just drive him nuts. So this woman arrives, and she's an older lady, but a lot younger than him, and reasonably attractive. And she comes in, and I say, now, Daddy, this is so-and-so, and she's going to be here with you. Mom needs her rest. She's going to be sleeping upstairs, and this lady is going to stay with you at night. And so he looks at it, and he goes, then you mean to tell me that this lady is coming and she's going to stay all night with me and it's okay? And I went, yeah. He goes, great.
All right.
The thing about Mama and the Mary Emma, she said I would be sitting there working, and she would at the kitchen table, and she'd look at her watch, and because she never would not wear a watch, and she'd say, I wonder why Mary M hadn't called. So finally she said that about 10 times this one day, and I said, Mama, don't you remember that I took you to Aunt Mary's funeral 10 years ago? I was a pallbearer. She said, you know, I do believe I remember that. You know, I had forgotten that. And we went through that whole spiel, and then about 5 or 6 minutes later, she said, well, I don't reckon Mary M was going to call. I said, well, she might call tomorrow.
That's where the Aunt Mary,
That's where it
line
came from.
came.
And I said, okay. I said, she might call. You know, she would.
It's, you know, I'm sure you felt the same way, that you were relieved to get her in the nursing home, but then you had that constant guilt.
Oh, gosh.
Because like,
I felt,
she's
I can't
over
even
there
describe the guilt that I had
in the nursing
when I put her in
home,
there.
you know, just vegetating in that bed, and he couldn't, my husband can't
Yeah.
walk, he can't get out of bed. And he's just lying there, and Alex knows because he saw him looking at the ceiling, and you feel so guilty going about your life, but you know, it doesn't really bother him.
No, they live in their own world.
Yeah.
I went out to the nursing home. The first night that she spent out there, she flushed her bottom teeth down the toilet.
Oh, no.
And the top teeth, I would find, she used to keep a little
You gotta laugh.
yeah, a little butter dish, and she'd put her teeth out, and she'd put them in there at night. And I found them in the drawer, wrapped up in pantyhose, and wrapped up in Kleenexes, you know. And I said, Mama, where are your teeth? In my mouth. I said, not today. They're not. And we'd spend an hour looking for teeth.
My dad would lose his teeth a lot.
Yeah,
That sounds
yeah.
like me, dumpster diving for my daughter for expensive.
I went out to visit her one afternoon after work, and she was standing in the hall outside of her room, and she had a sheet wrapped around her. And she looked at me and she said, where in the hell have you been? And I thought, what in the world? And she said, Lord, I'm so upset. I said, Mama, what's the matter? I got there from work, and she said, they've shot JFK. It's all over the news. I thought, they shot JFK again?
Brought
She doesn't know.
And it's like you said, Nick, when you got your life back, you didn't really know how to live it or what to do.
I
And
felt
in
like,
prison for
you know,
a
I
few
felt
years.
like, and this is weird. I didn't say anything about this, but after a few days after she passed away, I felt like a convict that had been freed from prison, and I felt guilty about it because I felt like I still did something wrong,
Yeah.
and I had no business being out of jail.
Wow.
And see, that's really what I think, for me, that's gotta be get out there to
The
people. I
guilt
think,
factor.
look,
Let it
it's
go.
tough. You're not alone. It doesn't doesn't mean it's easier, but you're not alone. That to me is probably.
And you're doing the best you can.
Right.
Yep,
You know,
I don't even know if I
bringing
really put
awareness
sometimes
to
in the
this.
country genre, but just reading the lyrics, I've had people break down and cry. And then
Oh, I cried as soon as,
Right, I did it at
Yeah.
the coffee shop.
I did too.
When he's
Well, I
like,
tell
here,
you
let's
what,
see if you like
when
it.
you've lived through it, you
That's-
know it hits home.
yeah, that's been the amazing thing to me is that it's just whether or not it's it's good art or music, I don't know, but I know this that it touches people, and that's I luckily got hooked up with Alec, and I really believe God's got his finger in all this because Alec stayed upstairs at our Airbnb working on another project, and we just after a week of them being here recording doing their thing, I never even met him. And as he's packing up his gear and walking out, we have about a 15-20 minute conversation. And then when this song was done, I said, I wonder if that guy would be willing to do a video with us. And again, just God had been involved because we had some meetings, talked about this and it's just amazing how this idea popped in, that idea popped in, and next thing you know, you have that video that just to me took what we were working on to another level. I want to thank Alec.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yes.
Would not-
Talented.
You guys get all the credit.
Talent. Wow.
No, second thing, we need to thank Jim. Jim, when I met you the first time, I just thought you ran a show. I had no clue. Besides being a great songwriter and singer, you just did an amazing job.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, it was great.
You're very welcome.
Amanda.
Thank you.
Yeah, I felt like you were
I had-
playing me. It was so believable.
That's what we
I felt
That's
like
a
you were
that's a
playing me.
very high
That's what
compliment.
we
Yeah.
wanted.
I saw me in you.
Thank you.
Amanda, you did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
Yeah, you
Thank
did.
you, I appreciate
Yes.
that.
It was easy to steal the spotlight from Jim, but in all
Yeah,
seriousness,
My time.
wonderful. and I'm gonna skip
This
you for a
lady.
minute.
Oh,
This
wow,
lady-
yeah.
The looks on
Absolutely.
her
Oh my
face.
gosh.
Lucy, I want
Lucy.
to say everyone's name. Lucy, you are amazing.
Thank you.
And I want to thank each of you for your parts in this. And I want to say a special thanks to
Yes.
my co-writer.
Yeah,
That's
that's okay, buddy.
It's okay.
You got
We
it.
struggled through this one, didn't we?
Well, you
We did, but it's been good.
You did something beautiful.
So
Yes.
thank
Well-
each of you
Of
so
course.
much.
You're welcome.
It's been an incredible experience.
Thank you for having us be a part
Thank
of it.
you,
Yeah.
definitely.
Thank
Yeah,
you
that's
for,
right.
right, thank you
Thank
for
you.
having a mom to give you all those wonderful
Right,
things.
being
I think the best-
vulnerable and.
The best things in life that you do are the hardest things.
But what a
Okay.
tribute to her, and so, and what a tribute to your teachers, and, you
Yeah.
know,
These are songs you don't want to write, but you feel like because of your experiences, you have to write them.
Exactly.
You have to share
And-
this.
And we don't
See,
have
that's
to
what I
all
said.
sit down and write a hit
Yes,
song.
that's what I
No.
said, I like
No,
songs
no,
that
it's-
seem
No.
like
Got a
they're
poem
real
that no one
songs.
sees.
To me, a hit song is not something that sits at the top of Billboard. To me, I've always felt like a hit song is something that
endures.
touches somebody's
And
life
There you go.
and lives. It lives forever.
Right,
Touches the heart.
Thank you, everyone.
thank
you,
you.
Thank you.